Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stottrasta Shishimati Bhange Sabhe Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stottrasta Shishimati Bhange Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanang Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasa Tato Jayam Mudire. Hare Krishna. Reading from 11th Canto, Chapter 7. Lord Krishna instructs Uddhava, and text number 14 is on the board. Shri Uddhava Uvacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhavaha Nishreya Shayame Prokta Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshanam. Shri Uddhava Uvacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nishreya Sayame Proktas Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshana. Shri Uddhava Uvacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nishreyasaya me prokta Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshana. Yes. Shri Uddhava Vacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nishreyashaya me prokta Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshanam. Shri Uddhava Vacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nisheyashaya Prukta Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshanam. Shri Uddhava Uvacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nishreyashaya me proktas Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshanam. Vaishnavis. Shri Uddhava Uvacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava Nishreyashaya me prokta Tyaga Sannyasa Lakshanam. Anyone else? What translation? Translation purport by disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, His disciples ki. Shri Uddhava Uvacha. Shri Uddhava said, Yogesha, O giver of all results of yoga, Yoga Vinyasa, O you who by your own power bestow yoga even upon those who are unqualified. Yoga Atman, O Supreme Soul, realized through yoga. Yoga Sambhava, O origin of all mystic power. Nishreyasaya, for the ultimate benefit. Me, of me. Proktaha, you have spoken about. Tyagaha, renunciation. Sannyasa, by acceptance of the order of sannyas. Lakshanaha, characterized. Translation. Sri Uddhava said, My dear Lord, you alone award the results of yoga practice, and you are so kind that by your own influence you distribute the perfection of yoga to your devotee. Thus, you are the Supreme Soul who is realized through yoga, and it is you who are the origin of all mystic power. For my supreme benefit, you have explained the procedure for giving up the material world through the process of sannyas or renunciation. Please repeat after me. Sri Uddhava said, "My dear Lord, you alone award the results of yoga practice. And you are so kind that by your own influence, you distribute the perfection of yoga to your devotee. Thus, you are the Supreme Soul who is realized through yoga, and it is you who are the origin of all mystic power. For my supreme benefit, you have explained the procedure for giving up the material world through the process of sannyas or renunciation." Purport. The word Yogesha here indicates that the Supreme Personality of Godhead awards the result of all yoga practices. Since all the material and spiritual worlds emanate from the transcendental body of Krishna, there is nothing to be achieved by any yoga process except Krishna and his potencies. No one can achieve anything through yoga or any other spiritual or material process except by the sanction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word yoga means linking up, and unless we link ourselves with the absolute truth, we remain covered by the darkness of ignorance. Thus, Krishna is the goal of yoga. In the material world, we falsely try to link ourselves with the objects of senses. Man wants to link with woman and woman with man. Or one tries to link up with nationalism, socialism, capitalism, or innumerable other creations of the illusory energy of the Lord. Since we are linking ourselves to temporary objects, the relationships are temporary. The results are temporary, and at the time of death, we become bewildered when all of our connections are suddenly cut off by Maya. If we link ourselves to Krishna, however, our relationship with him will continue even after death. As explained in Bhagavad Gita, the relationship with Krishna that we develop in this life will continue to increase in our next life until we achieve the supreme goal of entering Krishna's planet. Those who sincerely serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, following the transcendental lifestyle prescribed by the Lord, will enter the Lord's abode at the end of this lifetime. One can never achieve a permanent situation by mental speculation, and what to speak of by ordinary material sense gratification. By the methods of Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, etc., one does not actually awaken his propensity for rendering eternal loving service to the personality of Godhead. Thus, one is bereft of transcendental test of spiritual enjoyment. Sometimes the conditioned soul, disgusted by his failure to gratify his senses, bitterly decides to renounce the material world and merge into an impersonal, painless transcendence. But our actual happy situation is to render loving service to the lotus feet of the Lord. All of the different yoga processes gradually lead one to the love of Godhead, and it is Lord Krishna's aim to re-establish conditioned souls in this happy position. Okay, please repeat after me. All of the different yoga processes gradually lead one to love of Godhead, and it is Lord Krishna's aim to re-establish the conditioned souls in this happy position. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is making this perfection easily available through the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, the supreme yoga process for this age. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuro Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Satarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpa taruvyasya kripa sindhuvya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. So I suppose last class we discussed on the same subject matter. I think last to last Saturday. And we were discussing about the consciousness of Krishna. We were discussing how before understanding Krishna consciousness, we must try to learn about the consciousness of Krishna. How Krishna, oh, that door is really, just close it. So, we have to do something with that door. So before understanding about Krishna consciousness, we need to learn about consciousness of Krishna. How Krishna is so concerned about the living entities. How Krishna is concerned about the conditioned souls. How Krishna is concerned about perfected souls. And we were discussing it. We were discussing elaborately about you can just sit there only. So today we will discuss about the consciousness of a devotee of the Lord. Last class we discussed about the consciousness of the Lord, how Lord is so concerned about his devotees, about all kinds of devotees. How the Lord was so concerned about the sages of Badrika Ashram. The Lord specifically is deputing Uddhava for that purpose. And today we will see about the consciousness of a devotee. We see Uddhava, he is a very, very great soul. He looks exactly like Krishna because constantly he is meditating about Krishna. When the gopis saw Uddhava, they said, "Oh, has Krishna come again?" And then when they looked very intensely, they understood, oh, he is not Krishna. So Uddhava was the most perfect devotee in Dwaraka. And he was disciple of Brihaspati. And Krishna sent him on a mission to Vrindavan. And when Uddhava went to Vrindavan, he understood that I do not have any love for Krishna. Uddhava understood that Nanda and Yashoda Maharani was just crying and crying and crying and crying, not even able to speak anything. Uddhava saw the gopis. Uddhava started to speak about the letter about Krishna. And the gopis were so overwhelmed with emotions for Krishna that the gopis started dancing, remembering Krishna. So Uddhava was so moved by the experience of love of Vrindavan. He was so touched by the loving emotions of the Brajavasis that he thought that let me go and beg to all the Brajavasis their lotus dust of their lotus feet. Let me beg to them, oh, please give your dust. You are such great devotees. I was in Dwaraka. I was thinking I was the topmost devotee, but you are such great devotee. But which Brajavasi will give their dust to him? Rather, Nanda Maharaj had engaged a servant for Uddhava. And the servant was constantly massaging Uddhava's feet and taking care of him and everything. So, Uddhava, there in Vrindavan, started praying that no one will give me dust of lotus feet. If I want that, then I have to become a grass, I have to become a bush, I have to become some plants. Right? Asamaho charanarenu jisamaham syam Vrindavane kimapikul malatau sadhanam Yadustyajam swajanamarya patham chahitva bhejur mukunda padavim shrutibhir vimikyam. So Uddhava is praying, Asamaho charanarenu. Oh, I just want the dust of the lotus feet of the Brajavasis. Oh, why? Which Brajavasi will give me? Oh, I just want to become a Gul Malata. I just want to become a herb and Ausadhi in Vrindavan Dham. That was the prayer of Uddhava. And interestingly, now at this stage, Uddhava is preparing to end his pastimes. Krishna is preparing to end his pastimes. What is Uddhava praying? Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, Yogatman, Yoga Sambhava, Yoga Vinyasa. What Uddhava is telling? Has Uddhava forgotten his Vrindavan experience? Has Uddhava forgotten his prayers? What he prayed in Vrindavan? What he is praying? Was Uddhava praying in those pages of Srimad Bhagavatam so that his prayers will appear in Bhagavatam? Oh, devotees are going to come and appreciate me, and it is going to come in the Bhagavatam, and that's why let me pray something sentimentally. Was Uddhava just praying just to appreciate the love of the Brajavasis, and he was not really meaning what he was praying? How could Uddhava? Just imagine, if you have got such a overwhelming experience in Vrindavan, even a neophyte devotee in ISKCON at the end of his life would say, Vrindavan, I just want to be in Vrindavan. Even just a new person would pray like this. But Uddhava, this is the end of the pastimes of Uddhava in this planet. This is the end of the pastimes of Krishna in this planet. Uddhava is not asking Krishna, oh Krishna, let's discuss about Radharani. This is just Jnana Yoga, neophyte subject matter. Uddhava is not telling to Krishna, oh Krishna, let's discuss about the Brajavasis and the love of Brajavasis. You send me to Vrindavan. I experienced that the super excellence of everything is actually Braj Bhakti. This Jnana Yoga, I understood this is nothing in comparison to the Braj Bhakti. Let's discuss that. Why to discuss this preliminary subject matter of Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and all these things? And what to speak of going to the sages of Badrika Ashram? I should go to Vrindavan. So we must understand that when we are in neophyte stage, every subject matter other than Vrindavan looks advanced. The Bhagavad Gita looks neophyte. The Jnana Yoga looks neophyte. And for us, the goal is going to Sri Vrindavan Dham, entering Sri Vrindavan Dham, and dancing with Krishna, and doing some service in Vrindavan, and being a resident in Govardhan. But we must understand that Uddhava has experienced Vrindavan, and now he is ready to discuss Jnana Yoga, the so-called preliminary stuff. So today we will be discussing about becoming a grass constitutionally and becoming a grass functionally. You understand? Like imagine you are a grass. If you are a grass, to act like a grass, it's very easy. Because from childhood, when the grass is born, you are being accustomed to behave like a grass. You are accustomed, you saw your father and human beings crushing over your father's head. Yes, you saw your mother born and human beings are coming and crushing, and it is quite normal for you. Grass means people cross upon you. So to be a grass when you are already a grass, it's very easy. Yes. But to be a grass when you are a human being, yes, if I just crush and someone crushes upon me, forget about crushing upon me. If someone even looks with a frowning eyes, don't you know I am Sri Nitai Das? Yes. So to be a grass when you are a grass is very easy. But to be a grass when you are a human being, very difficult. Very easy to say, oh, Trunadapi Shuni Chena Tarorapi Sahishruna. To be a tree when you are a tree is very easy. To be a tree when you are a human being, it's very difficult. And what to speak of Uddhava? When Uddhava is not an ordinary person. He is a perfect devotee. So, it is very easy when we are constitutionally a grass, but to act functionally like a grass, we need to understand and learn from the consciousness of Uddhava. So we see here Uddhava, he is suffering the pangs of separation from Krishna. And he understands that Krishna is going to wind up his pastimes. Krishna is not going to be here. And Krishna is not taking Uddhava with him. He is taking all the residents of Dwarka. He is taking, just imagine, whole of you, yatra is being planned by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And he has personally given invitation to each one of you except one person. And you are supposed to stay back. And all other devotees are going and telling bye-bye. And you are supposed to not just stay back, you are also seeing in the video, in the clips that are coming in the WhatsApp group. Here is Uddhava understanding that Krishna is taking everyone, and at least if Krishna could instruct me, oh Uddhava, I am not going to take you because I want you to go to Vrindavan and relish my association in separation. That is at least understood. Okay, Krishna wants me to relish Vrindavan because he sent me in a mission to Vrindavan. Now he wants to me to experience Vipralamba Bhav. Vipralamba. Not even that. Krishna is telling Uddhava, go to the sages of Badrika ashram, speak Gyan Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and establish that how my bhakti is superior and supremost. And I am going to train you now how to establish in the hearts of the sages of Badrika ashram how bhakti yoga is supreme. And Uddhava didn't say, oh Krishna, I thought you will give me a rasa, this preliminary subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. This is just for neophytes. We need to understand it is not the act of bhakti that makes it neophyte. It is the consciousness that is neophyte. Sometimes when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we read that a Kanistha Adhikari, a neophyte devotee, does deity worship. So we should not think that deity worship is neophyte. Gauridas Pandit, his whole life he did deity worship. Gadadhar Pandit, whole life he did deity worship. So deity worship is not neophyte. The consciousness in which we do deity worship is actually neophyte. Every activity in Krishna consciousness can be done in the mood of the supreme most pure love, and every activity can be done as an act of neophyte. Just like, just to give a crude example, I stayed with one devotee who was getting married. This boy was getting married. 10 o'clock he will come back from the office. From 10 o'clock in night till 2 a.m. in the morning, he will be talking with the girl. And when I'll get up in 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll say, Prabhu, you have not slept. No, Prabhu, I have to talk with the girl. I used to ask, what you're talking with the girl? And if you talk so much with the girl, will there something be remaining to talk after marriage? Everything I think will get over before marriage. Now imagine people talk so much with the girl. Now, I don't have personal experience, but people talk so much. Now, all those talks are not romantic talks. How many of you agree? Those who are married? It's not that yes, she's agreeing. She's honest. It's not that the girl is telling, oh, you are so handsome, and the boy is telling, you are so beautiful, and this and that. 99% stuff between the boy and girl is just ordinary. What did you eat? I ate pasta. Oh, today the cook didn't came, so I ate rice. Oh, you ate rice. 99% of the talks between boy and girl is not romantic. So romance is not about the talk, the content of the talk. If romance is about the content of the talk, WhatsApp industry would not survive. Facebook industry would not survive. It's not the content which makes romance. Yes, it is romance. It cannot be explained. Even the girl says, oh, I'm just, some boys and girls have fallen in love just because the boy was teaching some mathematics to the girl. Now, mathematics is not a romantic subject at all. People people have fallen in love with girl by teaching mathematics, which is most logical, most rational. Can you imagine? The talks of mathematics ignited the romance between the boy and the girl. These are all advanced subject matter. So exactly in the same way, we may be discussing about Bhagavad Gita. We may be distributing Uddhava is being deputed by Krishna to do a Bhagavad Gita campaign to the sages of Badrikashram. And he is not telling to Krishna, oh Krishna, I want to do my bhajan in Vrindavan. You are living. I want to experience big pralamba. Uddhava is being sent for a special mission. And he understood being aligned with the mission of the Lord, being aligned with the desire of the Lord, is actually functionally becoming Trinadapi Sunijena. When we do not have any other desire other than the desire of the Lord. The Lord sent me to Vrindavan to experience Vrindavan. And now the Lord wants me to learn Jnana Yoga. Go to the Badrikashram. Go and to the sages of Badrikashram. He wants me to teach Bhagavad Gita. He wants me to learn Jnana Yoga. He wants me to establish Bhakti Yoga as the supreme. This is Vrindavan for me. Because this is my service to the Lord. So when there is romance for the Lord in our heart, Bhagavad Gita looks romantic. And distribution of Bhagavad Gita is the most romantic act. And if there is no romance in our heart, even Ras Leela, we may cry thinking, oh, one day I used to also dance with my wife like this. Wow. When I will become young. Oh, Krishna, it's like that. So we need to understand that this consciousness to think anything ordinary, anything connected with Krishna is extraordinary. Anything, whether it is Bhagavad Gita Krishna is speaking, whether Krishna is speaking to the gopis, Krishna is dancing with the gopis, everything about Krishna is super extraordinary. And as the process going to go, we will see Krishna speaking teeth-grinding philosophy. And sometimes we just, these are for neophyte stuff. Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki. We must understand that the philosophy Krishna is telling and the consciousness of Uddhava when he is going for this mission. So Uddhava, after learning the most advanced subject matter of Vrindavan, he understood the consciousness of Vrindavan. And the consciousness of Vrindavan is aligning with the supreme will of the Supreme Lord. We see in Vrindavan Dham, many of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, when they went to Vrindavan, they were distributing Bhagavad Gita. And when they were distributing Bhagavad Gita, many of the pujaris of Vrindavan, they said, continue distributing Bhagavad Gita like this. And if you continue distributing Bhagavad Gita like this, one day, you will get the fortune to be born in Vrindavan and to worship Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. And they felt, wow, this is such a great blessing. They went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, we have got the blessings of the Pujaris of Vrindavan. Prabhupada said, wow, tell me what blessings you got. They said, Prabhupada, we are blessed that if we distribute Bhagavad Gita like how we are distributing, taking targets and distributing, one day we'll be born in Vrindavan and we will get to worship Radha Krishna like them. Prabhupada said, go to them and tell to them. If they continue to worship Radha Krishna like this in Vrindavan, maybe, they are sure, but maybe they may take birth next life and join the Hare Krishna movement started by Lord Chaitanya and distribute Bhagavad Gita and my books. Jai Srila Prabhupada ke, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ke. So we must understand that it is not the activity that decides the perfection. It is the consciousness that decides the perfection in a person. So we should understand the power of what we are doing, and we are trying to assist the Supreme Lord. Just like Krishna is sending Uddhava on a specific mission, and Uddhava is going to discuss Gyan Yoga with the sages of Badrikashram after experiencing Vrindavan Dham. Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan, experienced Vrindavan, stayed in Vrindavan, in the Radha Damodar temple, and went to America to fight with the scientists and to prove them God exists. Can you imagine? Life comes not from matter. Life comes from life. Can you imagine? A Brajvasi of the stature of Srila Prabhupada living in Radha Damodar temple, meditating daily on Rupa Goswami, taking prasadam, taking darshan, and from childhood being a pure devotee sent by Krishna, going to the scientists who are cow eaters, trying to prove them God exists. And Srila Prabhupada would ask Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj that, what is the philosophy of all of your scientists? Please tell. And then Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj would say, life is coming from the chemicals. Huh? Life is coming from chemicals. We see a lemon tree giving citric acid. We don't see citric acid giving lemon tree. Prabhupada's logic would be so amazing. Huh? Undefeatable. And you cannot actually debate. Undebatable. Oh, your scientists are telling we reached moon. Sunday comes first and Monday comes later. So sun is first and moon is later. So moon is farther than sun. First they have to reach sun and then they can reach moon. This is in a morning walk. It's a serious stuff. You are all laughing. Prabhupada convinced a scientist with this logic. Yes, I think we have not reached the moon. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. So we need to understand. Bhagavad Gita is not elementary. Jnana Yoga is not elementary. Uddhav Gita is not elementary. Braja Bhakti is not advanced. The consciousness of doing Braja Bhakti is the advanced subject matter. And when we reach that consciousness, every activity becomes the activity of Vrindavan. Whether we are just pouncing upon the scientist whether we are going and distributing Bhagavad Gita on the streets, whether we are begging people to give some donations for Bhagavad Gita, every activity becomes a romantic activity sent specifically as a mission of the Supreme Lord. We see how when Lord Ram came and he wanted assistance. And he was blessed or cursed or whatever by Narad Muni that you will have to take assistance from the monkeys. All the demigods, when Lord came, when all the demigods were frustrated with Ravana, the Lord said, I will come down, but you have to come and assist me. The demigods were telling, yes, my Lord, who will not go to assist you, my Lord? But here is a hitch. The hitch is, you have to become a monkey. How many of you? In the night, Lord comes in the dream and says, Srinita Das, become a monkey. I want to see your tail wagging when you are jumping and distributing Bhagavad Gita. How many of us are ready to become monkeys for the pleasure of Lord? That means we are not even demigods. Forget about pure devotees. All the demigods, they jumped. Yes, we are going to become monkeys. Everyone came down to become monkeys. Not just the Prabhus. All the Matajis who were beautifying themselves in the demigod loka, in front of the dressing room, and all different Sakhis were beautifying themselves. They became monkeys. Can you imagine? Everyone, the boys and the girls, they joined to become monkeys because Lord wants us to become monkeys. This is grass consciousness in action. When the Lord came as Krishna, Lord wanted everyone to dance with him. The sages of Dandakaranya, they became gopis. The Srutis, they became gopis. The Mithilavasis ladies, they become gopis. Garga Samhita, one entire canto in Garga Samhita explains how different people became gopis because the Lord wants to dance. And now the same Supreme Lord Krishna has appeared as Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who has come to make everyone else dance. He has come in the mood of a preacher. And being in the consciousness of Uddhava, being in the consciousness of a grass in action, is to align with the mood of the Lord. Lord is come to beg. Lord Nityananda would go to door to beg. Oh, please make your life successful by accepting Krishna in your life. Please take this message. Krishna is your father. Krishna is your mother. Krishna is everything for you. Please make your life successful. Nityananda would roll on the ground, begging. And Lord is requesting all of us to become not a monkey. Becoming a monkey is easier because you snatch. Now as a beggar, you cannot snatch money and give Bhagavad Gita. You have to beg. You have to really fall at the feet of people. Please take this Bhagavad Gita. Please make your life successful. I have come in the mood of beggar. Sent by the Lord, sent by my Guru, sent by Srila Prabhupada. Just imagine Uddhava. He has not gone to Badrika Ashram after Krishna tells the entire Uddhav Gita. Uddhava would not go to Badrika Ashram and say, do you know, I have come from Dwarka. And I have come from Vrindavan also. I have understood what you are performing here is all useless. The real goal of life is to perform Vrindavan Bhakti. Real goal of life is to perform Bhakti to Krishna. No. Uddhava went and became just like them. If you read the pages this entire section ends with how Uddhava dressed himself like an ascetic. He changed his dress as a devotee. Just imagine. Uddhava's pride. In one verse, Uddhava is telling to Krishna, oh Krishna, for us, we just conquer your Maya by taking the dress, taking the prasadam, wearing the dress that you have worn, taking the food that you have taken. Just by taking your Uchchista, we conquer Maya. Same Uddhava who used to feel pride in dressing himself with Krishna's dress, gave up the dress of Krishna, gave up his attachment to Krishna's dress, and dressed like an ascetic, going to Badrika Ashram on a mission of Krishna, because my Krishna has sent me on a mission and he wants me to dress like an ascetic and convince the ascetics that Jnana Yoga is not best. Ashtanga Yoga is not best. Bhakti Yoga is best. This is the consciousness of Uddhava. And this is the consciousness that Srila Prabhupada went to America. And this is the consciousness that Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda is begging to each one of us to imbibe in our heart. To not just think that these activities that we do are just preliminary. Okay, when I was just a young person, I used to distribute Bhagavad Gita, I used to read Bhagavad Gita. Now I am an advanced person. This activity of distributing Krishna's message of Bhagavad Gita is the supreme most activity. Krishna is deputing his supreme most devotee, Uddhava, in this mission. And Krishna, as Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, is giving the same opportunity to each one of us to really experience what Uddhava is going to experience in Badrika Ashram. So the consciousness of a neophyte is to think even the supreme most activity as a neophyte activity. But the consciousness of an advanced soul is he understands that even this activity, every activity which my Lord Krishna has given is the most advanced, most romantic. Though Krishna has come in different forms as a preacher, Krishna came as Dattatreya, as a preacher. Krishna came as Lord Buddha, as a preacher. Krishna came as Vyasdev, as a preacher. Krishna came as Hamsa avatar, as a preacher. Krishna came as a Hayagriva avatar, as a preacher. But when Krishna came in these avatars as a preacher, the audience was interested in his preaching. But now Krishna has come as Lord Chaitanya as a preacher, where no audience is interested in his preaching. So he has given his mood as a preacher and he's begging. He has come in the mood of beggar, that please, please take this message of Lord. And he is requesting everyone, and we see the entire Guru Parampara in the mood of a beggar, requesting every conditioned soul, become a devotee of Krishna. So in this in this entire episode, we must also understand what is the consciousness of Uddhava. Just like there is consciousness of Krishna, who is constantly meditating how to uplift the conditioned souls. Similarly, to be Krishna conscious means to be conscious of Krishna's consciousness. And what is being conscious of Krishna's consciousness is to be conscious always that Krishna is always thinking about how to lift the conditioned souls. If we read the purport again, the line which we repeated, please all of you repeat, all of the different yoga processes gradually lead one to love of God. And it is Lord Krishna's aim to re-establish the conditioned souls in this happy position. So this is Krishna's consciousness, to see everyone happy. And Krishna is requesting each one of us, just like Krishna is requesting Uddhava, Krishna is requesting each one of us to make others happy. So this activity of going out, distributing the message of Bhagavad Gita, is the supremost activity which Krishna is giving to Uddhava. Where Krishna is giving to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy, is giving that opportunity to each one of us. And when we understand the depth of realization behind this activity, then we actually can relish doing this activity. Lord Chaitanya, Krishna has come in different avatars as a preacher before. But now when he has come as a preacher of Bhagavad Gita as Lord Chaitanya, he is not preaching, he is begging and requesting each one of us to beg, to beg. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Uddhava Krishna Sambad ki, Shri Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. So thank you, Prabhuji, for telling us the consciousness, what consciousness we should go for book distribution. So our devotees are going out every day to become beggars for Lord Chaitanya. So our one devotee will share realization, Amar Kishore Prabhu, he will share something about when they went out for book distribution, the experience.
Hare Krishna. I don't go quite often, but day before yesterday I just happened to go. So there I went to Sialda, and this year this is the first time from our temple we are going to Sialda. So the place was not fixed, and we were searching for a place, and that took a good amount of time. So naturally people will want not to give any place because they see us as a disturbance. But then because of this SIR thing, there were a lot of police, I mean, from the central team who were visible in the station. And when we happened to talk, all of them were from UP, and not just UP, they were from Mathura. so we were talking to him, and they were extremely favorable, and they were appreciating. And then the head of that CRPF, so he actually made a place for us, and he told the shopkeepers, so these people will just be there for 2 hours, they will not create any trouble, just allow them to be here. So I was just wondering that We just went, and then Prabhupada is arranging everything for us. And then when we started distributing, we noted a very interesting thing, because it was a station, the entrance of the station. So a lot of people were going in. I mean, they were just either rushing out of the station to go to their homes, or they're running to catch the train. So it was hard to get the attention of anyone. But then when our devotees, generally we play Prabhupada Dhun, and that's how we make the people alert that we are here. But then devotees, found an innovative way, they carried mridangam and kartal. So it was not recorded kirtan, but it was live kirtan. So that made a lot of difference. I saw a lot of people they while going in at a high speed, and they suddenly used to stop and see what these people are up to, and it was very attractive. So when we used to do kirtan, we used to see that a lot of people are coming and assembling and taking books, and as soon as we stop in 5-10 minutes, again the books are not going. So somehow or other we managed to do kirtan more or less the entire time. And then also we saw that people have, I mean, awareness within the people. We didn't find it this favorable in earlier times. Like some people were coming and shouting and trying to ask us to put the table back. But then we didn't do anything. We were just continuing, and there were others who are passers by. They were themselves defending them. What is your problem? These people are doing such a nice activity. Who distributes Bhagavad Gita these days? These are such nice people. Such innocent. Peaceful. They're peacefully doing their their seva. What is your problem? Do you think all these shopkeepers, they are legal people? And what's your problem with them? So then one guy was very special. He was bent upon to make us teach a lesson. I mean, remove this table out of this place. He went to the same CRPF who gave us the permission. And he complained, these guys are creating a nuisance here. Get them out of this place. And this person, so the CRPF, this person is asking him to come, and he cannot just on the face say no. So he had come for namesake and used to say, this person has some issue, it seems. Can you just move the table a little bit? And just we shifted not more than an inch, And so we distributed few books, but the overall experience was very, very encouraging. And we saw that the Lord, Srila Prabhupada, they always help us if we have a sincere desire to serve. Hare Krishna.